So Father's Day is just around the corner, and we all have these little boxes just laying around. I know we have the ones from Michael's, and then this one was picked up at the dollar store. And let me open it for you guys. So normally we don't give little boxes to men. We always want to give them to women. So I'm going to alter this little box and make it look manly and show you guys how easy it is for you guys to decorate this as well as a kid. So stuff we're going to be using is just going to be acrylic paints, and it's going to be mainly it's going to be acrylic paints and paper, any kind of paper, your choice. It could even be a drawing that you can go ahead and add to it, and then screws. And the screws you can get at any dollar store. They don't have to be perfect screws because we're going to be incorporating them to this. Okay, so keep on watching. Thanks. Okay, so meanwhile, your stuff is drying. You can put it to the side. Always remember to rinse your brushes so they won't get really hard and, you know, they won't work anymore. So what you will be needing next is going to be some screws you have laying around the house. I have screws laying around the house that were for something that we bought to give you extras. So I'm going to just put different sizes. It doesn't matter what sizes you use. Just use whatever you want. I'm going to be using just the steel ones. And like I said, it's going to be a variety of different ones, and then we're going to hot glue them. Okay, now that we're done, we've put on a piece of paper at the bottom. You could choose whatever color paper you want, whatever design. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, this is a grungy look for a man. And we've already put this color. I painted with acrylic here and here. And here, it's pretty much colored. And then we're going to go over it again once it's all completed. Okay, so now that we've put the top coat, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting more of this. I'm just using a metallic paint just because I want it to look more rustic. So I'm going to just be using it in this form. And while it's wet, I'm going to be putting it like this. You could use hot glue. You could use like a tacky glue. It's up to you. But this will do the trick as well. Now what I did, I just put the tacky glue, I just put it over the stuff just because I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to let it dry. And I just glazed on the paint everywhere because the paint is going to allow it to stick. Anything with paint is like paint could serve as glue. But I put this all over just on top so it could dry out. Like I said, I decided to use this for the purpose of the video just because I know parents usually don't let their kids use hot glue, so this, though, you don't have to worry about the kids burning themselves. Now we're going to let it dry and we'll be back. Okay, so finally it dried out and you see the screws really nice and dry and the inside's dry. What I did is I used this paper, the same paper inside and then on the bottom. So like I said, I wanted to have a rustic look, and this is the way that it looks. It's for a man, so you wanted to look manly, not feminine. So you don't want to add no glitter or any of that stuff, sparkle to it like normally a woman's, you know, little trinket box would be. So now that we went over the screws and everything else, we glued it, now it looks very nice. So now it's ready for you to add embellishments to it and all that, but keep in mind it's for a guy. Okay, so now that I cut out the word dad and then the all struck, I'm just going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to add a little bit of color. You can distress your letters. If you don't have distress, you can easily put marker on the corners. Since I'm doing this because if, you know, any kid could do this, so for the purpose of this video, instead of distressing it with my ink, I'm going to use markers. Alright guys, we're finally finished with the little box. Now, you could buy the squared little box like this one at the Dollar Tree for $1. You can also find it at Walmart, I believe, for like $1.50. Or you could buy this one at Michael's, which is $1.50. The only difference is that this, I didn't like it because it's a soft shell. It's very like paper based, very thin, and it could easily be ripped. It looks more feminine, this little box, than this one. This one looks more masculine. So moving on, very simple. All you need is your supplies will be just your paints, any type of paints. I just love to use metallic paint, so that's what I decided to go with. I wanted to look like a treasure chest kind of deal, and because I know the dad that we're gifting this to loves to collect stuff that looks antique-y and loves rustic looking stuff. So I wanted it to look masculine, so I chose like brown colors and, you know, just gold tones and a paper in the bottom. The paper that I used was this by Color Book. Very beautiful paper. It has very masculine colors. So I decided to go with this color, with this pattern, very pretty. And I used some screws that I glazed with glue. For the purpose of this video, I did not use any hot glue or anything that children would not be able to get, because this is simple enough for kids to do. I just used tacky glue, and for the distressing of my lettering, I use my big markers. You can use any type of marker, you're just distressing it. And then the bottom of this, I distressed it with the paint as well. You see, I used the paintbrush, and that's what I did. And the inside of it, I wanted to look grungy. I didn't want it to look perfect, so I just went and dabbed the paintbrush and just went side to side, just whatever, and then distress also the edging of it. And the inside's the same paper. And that's about it. You get your good set of screws, write dad, or you can write his name, whatever you want. This is great for Father's Day, great for birthdays, any holiday for a man. This would be awesome. You could put a nice little, I guess if you're going to give him a man bracelet, if you want to give him a watch, or you can even put a nice little tie in here, or some good old candies. Who doesn't love chocolate, right? So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Let me know if you try this. This is an awesome project for Father's Day that is coming up pretty soon. And thanks again. Bye.